What's up, everybody? Welcome to the TheDomCast Ep.21, I believe. I am here with my co-hosts Eric and Rod. Rod is the forever loyal Magic fan to a fault. E is expecting a title, but they about to get swept by the Clippers this year. Y'all say what's good.
What's up, everybody?
How y'all doing?
Yeah, they hype. And good reason to be hyped, too. We are in the dead heat of summer right now. I forgot it was going to get this dry. I really did. I forgot nothing going on in the NBA right now. We got like 6 named free agents left. Jamal Crawford, Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard. Yeah, everyone else is signed. All the news is pretty much gone. So we're going to talk about the 2010s, actually. I've been doing a series on my channel called NBA 2010s where basically just talk about everything that happened, top players and all of that. And I think there's some good discussions that can be had there. So you wanted to start off. You brought up a 2010s topic. You brought up 2010s. Let's go. Let's go. Best MVP of the 2010s.
Best MVP.
Let's go with that. We're gonna get y'all answers. We're gonna debate it. Hopefully, we have different answers. So anywhere from the year 2010 to 2019.
See, the thing is that you could always think about it. Curry and what he did. Over 400 threes, 50, 40, 90. You also think about when LeBron was like shooting like 57% from the field.
Talking about 2013, right?
Mine honestly was Curry's. Unanimous.
So you going unanimous?
Yeah.
2016. Okay, that's good. And Rod, who you going?
I had to go do the same thing between the field goal percentage and the fact that how many threes did he hit.
I know you got LeBron.
Yeah, I got 2013 LeBron, bro. I think that's impossible.
Really?
Yeah, 2013 LeBron. 2013 LeBron was like...
It was a cheat code.
Yeah, that's a cheat code, bro.
Because he could shoot, too.
So Curry wasn't a cheat code?
Huh?
Curry wasn't a cheat code.
Curry was a cheat code, but I'm saying that LeBron had everything else with the threes that year, too. He could have won Defensive Player of the Year. Like, fam. I think they gave it to Marc Gasol that year, right? 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave it to Marc Gasol that year. I can't remember exactly the numbers he put up right now because it was some like crazy records he put up that year. That was the year they won 27 games straight. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go 20. That's the most perfect I see.
The season I'm talking about is when they won 73 games.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Hey, that is. I was just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, of course, LeBron had a more complete game on the defensive side. But,
yeah.
What Curry was doing, like, fam.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for me to. Okay, LeBron is a great choice, but I'm going with Curry.
Yeah.
Unanimous MVP. The amount of threes he shot.
Because y'all remember
the record.
Y'all remember LeBron was supposed to be unanimous MVP too in 2013.
I think Melo got this point.
Yeah, I think it was Melo.
Yeah.
Somebody gave Melo a vote.
Hey.
Somebody gave Melo a vote. And it was by that same logic too. The logic they used was what they say, they wouldn't have made the playoffs without Melo, but the Heat would have made the playoffs without LeBron.
That's true, but anyways.
Yeah, and then yeah, that's always
they were just being spiteful, whoever it was.
Yeah, there was probably some Steph Van Gundy type. Jeff Van Gundy type.
All right, so what about the most important title of the 2010s and most important title?
Mavs, Dirk Nowitzki.
So you got that over 2016.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That's what makes it interesting.
I guess what I'm thinking the fact
he's thinking about what the Mavs had to go through, and it was like the last time that someone did it without having some some
You're right.
high caliber help.
I completely forgot about the Cavs 16. I swear.
But it's close though.
Those two, the only two I consider though.
Yeah, because nothing that happened with the Warriors is really worth talking about.
Right.
So
I think the Mavs, it was so lopsided to my opinion going in that finals. Everybody thought that he's going to win this. And in fact, we saw someone as the greatest LeBron choke like that. It was just terrible getting at him. It was just crazy. It's crazy. I wasn't expecting to see that. Of course, you have the 2016 Cavs.
Right. So your answer was 2011.
I'm going with Mavs.
Yeah. What about you, Rod? 2011 more important than 2016. 2016, that's 3-1 against the 73-9. That's LeBron's first title in Cleveland. That's what he came back for. He left Miami for that reason.
Over, but I'm gonna stick with my guns.
All right, yeah. What about you, Rod? What you got?
It's between those two.
Nah, Rod, don't just quit copping out. Can't be copping out.
I mean, if I have to choose, I'll choose 2011 because that was the last time that we saw a championship without in the big threes.
Yeah.
Toronto did it too. Kawhi was the only superstar on that team.
Versus 2.
No, I'm saying because like.
I mean, he still
So
had.
y'all saying the 2011 Mavs is the only people to do it without another superstar, like aside from Dirk, right?
No, I mean, that was without. I'm pretty sure he was the only. Was he the only?
Talking about superstars, like talking about like without doing it without like a duo, you know what I mean? Like every other championship got a duo or a trio. So
Well, didn't Kyle Lowry technically make the All-Star team?
bro, that's not yeah. Nobody talk about Kawhi and Kyle Lowry as like a superstar duo though. Like that's not a thing. It's not like Kobe and Gasol.
You're right, but I just the story behind that championship run was crazy.
Right.
You know, I honestly I think everybody in the world was expecting Heat to run through this team and no one expected LeBron to fold like that, and the fact that Dirk did it by himself in a sense. And
yeah, I mean, in the sense of like the superstar
the fact that Jason
conversation, yeah, he was eating it up,
but again, you can't knock the 2016 Cavs. Never come back from the 3-1, 7-3-19, the block, the shot.
Exactly, yeah. Two of the most
City
iconic
of
moments of the decade in one game.
52-year drought, something like that.
Yeah, something insanity like that.
I can see you winning that.
Right.
I can see that winning.
Right. All right, yeah. So we all, because I had already did this pretty much. I had already did that video.
He already got his stats.
Yeah, exactly.
So I ain't even trying to go into battle with this guy.
And I had the Mavericks over the Cavaliers for the simple reason, like there were circumstances around the Cavaliers win. I feel like that you didn't really have with the Mavericks.
Right.
Because Cavaliers won, you had like the suspension, you had the injury, you had Curry. He was never.
Was that your 1 and 2 on your list?
So when I did that championship ranking video, it wasn't actually by most important. It was ranking like the titles themselves. It wasn't just like it wasn't based off like straight up like importance, because if you rank it off of like importance, technically Cavaliers is first. If you rank it like the most important titles of the year of the
I
decade.
think both ways Cavs probably first.
Because I'm looking at the Cavaliers, like there's so much that went into that.
I think both is importance or the best or the most meaningful, whatever you want to call it. I think Cavs still.
They're meaningful. We can go with meaningful for what we're talking about right now.
I still think it would be number one Cavs.
Yeah.
I think.
Number one Cavs, you said?
I think so.
I mean, because you also have to realize, it's finally the fulfillment because LeBron finally brought one to Cleveland, even after he left.
Dirk was the second one, right? I'm assuming on your list.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're talking about meaningful, absolutely. Right. Now, that brings us into a conversation because we were actually talking about this before we got on camera. You said something along the lines of like who owned the 2010s.
Yeah, the 2010s. Who owned it? Who's the most accomplished? I said Stephen Curry. Because all his accomplishments came in the same era as LeBron. He got 2 MVPs, one unanimous, 3 championships. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's something I was wondering about as this was all happening. Because like in I think 2018 or whatever, I was like, we all expected 2010s to be all LeBron.
Right.
And Curry came out of nowhere like halfway through it. And like, of course, there's the part where it's like, we don't know if that happens the same if they don't get Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? If they don't get Kevin Durant, like technically LeBron, the one time it was even, LeBron got him. The one time it was even.
What
2016. I mean, one time it was like this close. 2016 was as close to even as we ever saw like LeBron versus the Warriors and that whole thing. Because otherwise it was either injuries or then you had like Kevin Durant on one side and then you know what I mean?
Right.
In 2016 it was just like 2 regular teams going at it. You know what I mean? I'm saying LeBron they got that one.
It was 3 versus 3, big 3, whatever.
Kinda.
Take out the context. We don't need context here. But I feel you. That's the most. It can go either way.
Right. And one of LeBron's MVPs came in 2009, right? How many guys? He got 4.
He got 4.
4 MVP. Oh, so he did get 3 in the 2010s, though. Because
he won. 2010 was one he got.
Yeah, he won 2010. Right? He won 2012, and he won 2013. So yeah, he got 3. Yeah, he got 3 straight up.
So he got 1 more than.
So he got.
It feels so long. It feels.
Yeah. Also, he got more Finals MVPs than Curry too. He got that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Yeah, he got more Finals MVPs than Curry. Individual seasons, LeBron probably definitely got him in the 2010s. And individual, like as far as individual seasons, because LeBron was better for longer in the 2010s. Like LeBron was near the top.
When Curry came on the Madison Square game, right?
I mean, that's when you knew he was there, but in like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like 2015 is like when it really like that's when he came in.
Man. I know why I brought Curry. I forgot about the finals.
Because to be honest, even when Curry won his first MVP, he wasn't like.
I think Harden had an argument for it.
Yeah, people had. people weren't like that high on him. It wasn't until the year after that people were like, okay.
That's annoying though, because people always got an argument, fam. Like every MVP, people got an argument.
Well, the first one, I think Harden had a legit argument.
Like what? Like don't you disagree, or like both of y'all? Don't y'all disagree with Westbrook's MVP in
Nope.
20? You don't?
No.
Who did?
Well, it's a historical achievement. I gotta give.
Wait, which one of you did?
You're talking about the triple double, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so we're all on the same page with that then.
I think I was playing devil's advocate, I believe.
Yeah, because I was on that year I was advocating for Westbrook to win it too in 2017.
Yeah, when you do some of that, magnitude.
Because this was before,
But the strangest thing,
this was before triple doubles were, as watered down as they are now. So like that's back when that was a big deal.
Well, I'm saying when Harden this last season, why we couldn't have the same argument for him?
Wait, say what?
Historical season.
Yeah, the historical season, and then they ended up going to Giannis, who also had a historical season.
What historical, by the way? I can't. I'm missing
like it was like the
point differential.
he one of the only stats.
Like,
his stat line is like one of the only since like Wilt Chamberlain.
It's one of them things was 27 points, at least 15 rebounds. One of those.
Fam, but it was it was incredible still.
I just hate when people breaking up to us.
And they were number 1 seed. So
Yeah, like.
Right.
Historically,
like I think one thing that's going to be forgotten is that the Bucks losing to the Raptors the way they did, 6 games, and the Raptors
4 straight losing.
Yeah, and the Raptors looking in control most of that time. I think people are going to forget throughout the season the Bucks were having some historical point differential in the Eastern Conference.
You're right. You can make a case for Harden, man. You could have.
Yeah, no, you can make a case for anybody any year.
30-point games and 32 games, 60-point games, 50-point games.
Yeah,
with the only offense on that team.
Yeah, a lot of people are injured too.
Beginning the season, they were like, "Oh, what's wrong with Houston?" They turned it around. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, I'm not disagreeing, but the same Westbrook argument can use against for Harden.
Right? Do y'all think LeBron is done in the MVP race? Y'all think y'all think it's done?
Yeah, I'm a Laker guy, but you can't get MVP if you got AD over there dropping 30.
What?
AD can't drop 30 and LeBron get MVP. I don't see how
you got to realize. They're
going to count
it'll be like, even if they both play well, it'll be like a Kobe Shaq scenario where they're taking MVP posts
so
from each other.
Take votes from each other.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying you can't give MVP because he got help or something. I thought
AD can't average 30 points and LeBron is MVP. I don't see how.
Yeah.
Same as the Curry and KD thing.
Right,
they don't cancel each other out.
Yeah, I think especially at this point in LeBron's career, because at this point in his career, he's probably gonna take more of a back seat. So.
And plus, to get MVP, you gotta do some crazy stuff, man.
So who are y'all if you were just looking into the future? Who would y'all be giving a chance to? Because technically, in this league now, it's a league.
I think all the dynamic duos out.
Huh?
All the dynamic duos.
Well, that's my point. Because Harden and Westbrook, you're gonna cancel each other out a little bit.
Kawhi and Paul George.
KD's not even gonna be there this year, so
hey, Kyrie. Huh?
Kyrie for MVP? No.
Kyrie,
as much as Kyrie was my favorite player when he was here. I don't think he's MVP material. I don't think that's MVP material. I think it's gonna.
Dame?
No. I see more like Curry this year. I think he's set up for it the most.
Jokic?
Curry.
Jokic? What about Jokic?
Huh?
Jokic.
Hey, I'm not gonna laugh at it.
He was 4th MVP voting, I think.
Yeah, he was
5th or something.
Yeah, and then.
But I think it has to be on a team where it's going to be where it's not you just have that dude that's really right next to you.
I think Jokic. I don't think Murray is.
Because Murray's he has. We know he's gonna get there, but I don't think he's to that point yet.
I think Jokic had the best shot based off his situation.
Oh, so you think he got the best shot? I think, bro.
Curry. I forgot.
Yeah,
I'm saying the whole bunch of shots they just got free.
Record-wise, though.
Curry has the best.
A whole bunch of shots got freed up in Golden State, but I don't think they can have a good enough seed to where they can get it.
Yeah,
because typically it's 1 or 2, 1, 2, 3 seed.
Unless you do Harden 2.0, then it's I'm gonna give it to regardless.
Right.
You dropping 60-point games off 60% field goals,
especially if they don't win 50 games. Then
what team are you talking about?
Golden State.
So y'all worst go reach 50 this year.
So I'm saying that if no matter what his resume he builds, if the Golden State doesn't win 50 games, it's not gonna.
Yeah, because the record will put you out.
They're not gonna give it to him.
The record will put you out, definitely.
Well, I'm saying, with that being said, I'm thinking Jokic.
Yeah, with your point, it would kind of Jokic would be in the best position, I would say, because with your point of if Golden State's not going to get to 50, which they I think he can still get 50, bro. I think he can still get 50. But I do get your point.
He do got D-Lo now. It's not like
actually, I have another question. If
go ahead.
If Giannis gets a jump shot and that expands his game.
Forgot about Giannis.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're not even talking about the former MVP. I mean the current MVP, are we? Yeah. You talking about if he gets a jump shot? You know. That's one of those. I hate talking about if players are gonna get a jump shot. Like I just gotta see it. I feel like we come into every season talking about if this player like the reality about a jump shot. It seems like is that it's a gradual thing. Like you're not gonna go from not being able to shoot and no one guarding you in one season to the next season.
Well, I had a question. Giannis always been like this?
About what?
Like couldn't shoot?
Yeah, but I'm saying that was my point. Is his shot gets progressively better. So like last year, it's better than it was like the year before, but it's not good. It's gonna. I don't think it's gonna.
Also, you have to remember that Giannis was also coming into his body these past couple of years.
So Vince is the only one we using as a bad example to make this argument that he can't find a good jump shot.
I wasn't saying he couldn't. He can't find it. I'm just saying I don't think it's gonna happen overnight. Like
right.
From season to season.
What about a mid range?
Mid-range. No. That's what I'm saying. Like during it just never happens. I can't think of an example in my head where a player. You were backing off of him in the paint one season, and next season he was like a major threat.
The only kind of example I can think of was when DeAndre Jordan improved his free throw line.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I still don't know how that happened.
Because he went from
and
Hack
Andre
Shack
too. Andre Drummond increased his free throws.
Right.
At one point, I don't know.
And I would have to look at their percentages to see if it was like gradual, or if it was just like next season.
Plus free throws a little different than the jump shot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, jump shot.
Get guarded.
Yeah. Speaking of jump shots, did y'all see Ben Simmons' new jump shot?
No,
I didn't.
Oh, neither one of y'all saw
wet.
it. Bro, no, I just meant the form. I'm almost tempted to show. I don't want to show y'all now because we're in the middle of the podcast. Yeah, I'll show y'all.
Is it good or bad?
I mean, who can tell?
But here's the thing. I've seen footage of Ben Simmons hitting threes in the gym before.
Well, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the actual form.
No, but I'm saying that like no matter what the form is or if it was going in or not, that doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm. That's
does
how
it look nice?
The form itself, not really. No, it's a thing where you can't tell. It looks like he's about to shoot with his right hand up until like the end. Like you can't
People
tell.
say that he shooting with the wrong hand his whole time.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I've heard that too.
Yeah. I have heard that.
That's crazy. Shooting with your wrong hand. How you don't know that?
But obviously we can't tell if it's improved because in the summer everybody like getting buckets. So like,
look at Melo.
Put a hoodie on.
Everybody getting buckets.
The legend of open gym.
Yeah. So speaking of Melo, should that take us right into the rest of the free agents? You know, we milk that for what's left of it.
Right.
This is starting to get interesting because we're in July 23rd. Dwight Howard doesn't have a team yet. Is Dwight he's going to play in basketball next year? He was on the Wizards last year. He didn't really play. But like Dwight going to a team?
I think people offer him, man.
Because I don't know if have y'all been seeing his interviews? Y'all been seeing those?
He's saying every season he said he found a new level of himself.
That is true.
He have clarity now. Like man, you said every damn season, bro.
All right, well I can't confirm that because I don't.
On every season, like I found something in me.
Because he said
no, like come on.
Because he said he's got no ego now. He just ready to. You're not buying.
He said every season he say I discovered something in myself.
So you would not be open to taking it back on the Lakers, obviously, because that's one of the things he talked about. Was
I just think the league around is off of him. We were just good off him. We ain't sweating him.
What are you gonna say, Rod?
I still think he's a serviceable big man.
Yeah, I believe people didn't take a chance on him.
Yeah, because it's weird, right? It's weird because we all been watching basketball long enough to see Dwight go from like top center in the league to where he is now. We're talking about is he gonna play on a team. And it's kind of weird because, but DeAndre Jordan's still in the league too, and he don't really have much skill set aside from his...
Dwight got a reputation like he's not good in the locker room. That follows him.
Yeah, but
it's like he always be joking, like he don't take nothing seriously.
Well, to be following him now is probably like the drama throughout his career. Like that's that.
But it seemed like it all stemmed from like his teammates, like his locker room presence. Y'all know what it is. Cause I thought he was good in Hornets.
Yeah.
Got rid of him.
Like his numbers stayed decent. That's the thing. Throughout the whole time he's been playing, his numbers like he's still doubled up.
I mean.
Yeah.
But they keep. Hey, yo, you slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I always thought the numbers he spent was good enough for him to maybe stay somewhere. But
yeah,
because he still has some spring in his legs.
Yeah, and
I don't know. I'm surprised Wizards got rid of him.
I mean, that's because he was hurt the whole year.
Yeah, I think he played whatever happened there. Yeah, I don't think I saw him play a game in a Wizards uniform. I don't know how many.
No,
how many
he didn't.
He suited up at least once. I know he suited up at least once.
He did?
He had to.
You think I was watching Wizards games like that?
Right.
Oh, yeah, speaking of that, the Wizards are about to offer Bradley Beal a max. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they about to offer Bradley Beal a max. I would hope he's probably going to take it.
So, but here's the thing. If he takes it, I feel like they would just use it as trade bait.
How?
Because if he signs in, that means if you can move him.
Right.
Well, to be honest,
I
I think he was a hot man regardless.
Yeah, I think if they're giving him the max, they want him to like be their guy.
I think people looking for Bradley Beal regardless of what his contract situation
yeah, because people was gonna try it.
Yeah, because they really want him. But I think they might try to attach him with John Wall. You gotta get both of these guys. If they do give off of.
Nah, hell, that's impossible.
Yeah.
John Wall is
John Wall has one of the worst contracts in the league right now.
He is now.
Yeah, John Wall is completely untradeable.
At least Chris Paul can still shoot. You know what I mean?
Chris Paul's untradeable too because of that contract. Now that we found that out,
but at least one can shoot and one is we don't know what the hell is going on with John Wall.
Damn, we're not even going to see because when did he tear his Achilles? That was like January, right?
Yeah, he tore it after he was rehabbing during his heel rehab.
So he's not even going to play at all next season either. Yeah, no, we don't see John at all. Another free agent out there is our guy Vince Carter, who is trying to become the first player to play in 4 different decades. I think trying to play in 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020. Bro, I'll take him on the Celtics just to give him that 4th decade, bro.
I just don't see the.
He can still shoot if that's what you about to ask. What he can still do, he can still shoot.
Like your goal is not winning champions, but to have the most places. Okay.
Well, but he don't want to. He said himself.
What does that mean when you 38 and plus? Nobody holding that against you, dog.
I mean, no, but he said himself though that he doesn't want to like.
No one's holding that against.
Yeah. I understand what he said, but given his age, he's allowed to.
So you're like, why are you here if you're not going to chase a championship?
You're just trying to get who has the record? Your boy from Celtics,
Robert Parrish.
Yeah, you want that record.
I was always thinking that instead of I always thought that he should have signed last year, signed with Toronto, get a reunion, and then he would have got a ring off it too.
That would have been perfect because nobody would have called him a ring chaser either. Oh, that would have been so perfect. Yeah.
Then he could retire. But jerseys, hair, all that.
Yeah, I don't know where because now I didn't realize he was actually a free agent when he said he was going to play. I thought he was still in the contract.
I thought he was the Hawks.
Yeah, so at this point, it's starting to look like what y'all are talking about. If he is going to play, it might just be a ring team because like at this point, I'm just thinking if nobody signed him by this point, then who's going to?
Right.
So it might be one of those things where a team like but he said he's not chasing. So he said he don't want a ring like that. He just doesn't want a ring like that because it'd be the same type of ring T-Mac almost got with the Spurs. How valuable would that have been?
People didn't even know he was on the roster.
Yeah, be like I did because I love T-Mac.
Like normal people.
Yeah. T-Mac got signed right before the
playoffs.
Yeah, fam, at least you had the whole season to. But this right here, T-Mac is like, let me come through.
Because I mean, none of us are here.
I think ring chasing applies if you're near your prime or in your prime. But when you 35, 38, and you got, come on, man.
Okay, it's also considered ring chasing if you are around that age and you turn down big money to take a vet minimum.
Like David West was ring chasing.
Yeah, he was.
He was hard for.
He was everywhere.
He left money on the table.
He went to the Spurs and got with LaMarcus Aldridge and them. Then he went to the Warriors after that. And he got a repeat, right? No. He won one or two. I can't remember how many. But yeah, none of us are NBA players here, obviously. But I don't know. Would y'all, if y'all are 30, 40, you wouldn't care about that?
And I don't have no legitimate accomplishments.
Are you gonna care about that? Is Chris Paul gonna care about a ring if he get it when he's 40 and he was riding the bench of some team? Is that gonna matter? Because that's gonna be extra weird.
That's not a part of his legacy. No.
Yeah, it's I mean, you can't.
Vince Carter legacy is dunking. That's it.
I'm saying that.
We never disrespect Vince. I know you don't take Vince seriously for whatever reason.
I'm just saying that if he does get a ring like that, when it comes to everyone's retired and we're doing the conversation and we're trying to rank people and rings coming to play, you can't bring up his.
You can't put Chris Paul.
And I don't believe
average 5 minutes, 2 points a game. You can't.
I don't think Chris Paul will even acknowledge it, but fam, I just feel like you're not. Like, he just collecting the check at this point.
Because like we don't rank like when we look at, let's say, Alonzo or Gary Payton, we don't rank them based off of ring at all.
We
like,
don't mention their rings.
Yeah, because like low-key, because their only rings are in Miami, right?
Right.
Even though they played a role, but it was like they weren't even. But they weren't. That's a bad example because they weren't bench riding. They played in finals games.
And Gary Payton hit a clutch shot.
Yeah, so that's not a good example because they actually played.
Right.
Like T-Mac was like.
I mean, but the thing is, you don't immediately think about that. You think about how they went up against MJ.
Him on the Sonics and stuff.
How weird is that? Like they was playing in that era and they won a ring in 06. Like that's kind of strange. Like they played for a long time.
He got drafted in 1990.
All right,
great.
Let's get to your Vince Carter disrespect, because like we talk. This is one thing we never discussed on the podcast. I don't believe we have, but we used to talk about Vince Carter all the time. What are you saying? His legacy just dunking?
I'm just saying, what is his? Tell me his accomplishments.
Okay, you got a dunk contest. You got to talk about that. I'm saying I don't feel like you respect how good a player Vince actually was though in his prime. Like
I remember a couple seasons with the Nets. After that, it's a blur.
Yeah,
but to play devil's advocate a little bit, besides like the dunking, I can't really think of like Vince Carter, like besides like the threes now.
Yeah,
I can't think of
the threes.
I can't like, but like when he was like in Toronto on the Nets, I can't think of like him shooting like a jump, like his go-to jump shot. I just see dunk.
Vince ain't got no go-to.
That's all I see, the dunk, bro.
So you're
he wasn't there with the Jason Kidd Nets, right? He came after.
No, he was with Jason Kidd, but it was after.
It was after they went after the finals trip.
Yeah, so they came after that, and they were never that good.
Okay, I remember the dunks, and when he let Michael Jordan start in the All-Star game over him.
Right, man.
That's the only thing I know from Vince Carter.
I think
he's from this area, so it's all love. But I can't recall a lot of T-Mac. You can remember T-Mac.
Yeah, because T-Mac was like a
he
fan
was a
favorite.
killer.
Roman Magic fan, come on.
Exactly. I just don't. When I think of Vince Carter, I can't think of number dunk.
I think what hurts with Vince,
and the Olympic dunk too.
Oh yeah, we jumped over that dude. Yeah,
that was disgusting.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, thing that hurts Vince, two things. The main one obviously is that the man been out of his prime forever, but he's like when he came down here and played with Magic after. I
don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah, he was out of his prime then, but like that was 10 years ago.
At the smallest prime window ever.
I mean, I'll keep it a buck because he was being able to be like serviceable for so long. I feel like he didn't reach his potential in his prime if he's still able to play. He was able to play at a decent level.
Right.
That's another thing. Vince, that people don't feel like he actually reached like the potential that he could have been, how good he could have actually been. Because he was real good. I can't put off the top of my head like he was a top this player during his prime or whatever, but man was up there though.
I believe you. Me personally, it seemed like the fact that he's not trying to chase a ring, all he's trying to chase is a season right here.
Well, okay, so since we just had this conversation about Vince now, but you understand why he's not trying to chase a ring, because if he get a ring
he
now,
don't have anything like to hold up, like besides the dunk.
And the 3-point, what is he in the 3-point list? Like he top 10.
No, he's high. He's probably like 6.
Yeah,
something like that. He's higher. He's closer to 5 than he is to 10.
Right.
I'm not knocking a 3-point accomplishment, but it seemed like that catered more to longevity than actually.
Nah, Vince could actually shoot, bro. That's not
like
that's
not accurate. No, but the thing is,
I'm pretty sure.
Like Jason Terry is on there.
Terry can shoot.
He's starting naming people.
Terry can actually shoot. Terry Smith is on there. He can shoot.
All right, cool. Jason Kidd up there, I believe too, right?
I'm not sure about the 3-point list. I'm not 100% sure.
He's probably top 20 now.
Jason Kidd? I thought he was a great shit in his career.
Not in the beginning.
Yeah, he was trash.
If Jason Kidd could shoot in the beginning of his career like he could at the end, you'd be a lot higher. But because when he came in, he didn't know what was going on.
You can put him in your Hall of Fame. That's cool.
Oh wait, he's not a Hall of Famer. Wait, he's not a Hall of Famer. Whoa, slow down. I know Rod don't even agree with that. Hold up. What you mean you don't know?
Well, okay, all right, his dunking ability, his influence on the dunk.
The thing is, he at least got 20K points, so he reached the minimum.
You can't have the points, the dunks, and the 3-point thing and not be in a Hall of Fame.
Okay, cool.
It's only once your points are under 20K, that's when we're like, okay, what we doing with this?
That's right.
Have we ever discussed on pod what's keeping Ben Wallace out of the Hall of Fame?
He did something to somebody. That's all I can think of, bro.
Because his accolades is clearly up there. The
I think he should have been first ballot.
Pretty much. I mean, like
because of just off the defensive player of the year.
Like, he's one of the best defensive players ever. Like
he got a better resume than Mutombo.
Led the league in blocks.
You say you got better resume than Mutombo?
You got a ring. They both got the same amount of defensive titles.
I'm saying Mutombo doesn't have a ring, though.
No.
That's crazy to think
about. Any other guard Shanks, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but yeah, you're right. But Mutombo, damn, when you think of Mutombo, you just automatically think he has like a ring. But he,
but no,
because he played for the Hawks, the Nuggets,
Philly.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, he was on that Philly team.
Bro, that must have been the hardest 4 games of his life.
And plus, he's out of his prime too. Oh my
That's
God.
what I'm saying. But he won Defensive Player of the Year that year too. That's the crazy part. But he wasn't like prime Mutombo, obviously. Yeah, no, he. Oh yeah.
Getting abused, man.
Yeah, trying to guard Shaq for them 4 games.
Well, I don't know what Ben Wallace. I don't know what his issue is.
Right.
But you got Grant Hill on his first try. Grant Hill on the first try?
Oh wait, Grant's Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
He made it? When did he make it? He did, didn't he?
I don't know what year, but I'm pretty sure.
College resume probably looked crazy. That's probably
I
it.
guess.
It probably.
But I mean, but he only had like before the 6. Right? He only had 6 seasons where he was like, before the ankle.
That's the thing I was about to say. Grant Hill was really good for a longer time than people think. Is the thing. From the time he came in with the Pistons, it was
from I'm thinking 3 years only.
Yeah, it was like 6.
Yeah, it was. You see, that's what I'm saying. It was longer than D Rose. Like Rose came in and was gone like that. Like Hill was bad.
No, he was about when the Magic traded for him. He was about to enter his prime, but then his ankle.
It's free agent, right? I thought he signed with y'all as a free agent.
But I mean,
he came off the plane with no ankles.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, bro. Like it's so messed up. Like I seen on NBA TV, like he showed the scar on his ankle. It's
$90 million on the bench. Chill, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because him and T-Mac were supposed to be like the next like big thing. Like
T-Mac, like I need some help, man. Then a Duncan.
That whole early 2000s with missing on Duncan some BS like on.
Oh yeah, with Tim missing on
the plane.
Were you aware of that when you were supporting the Magic? Like, because I found that out 10 years later. Yeah,
no. I was too young.
Right.
That was Doc that did that.
Something about the plane. Like I still want somebody to ask Doc about that. Like ask Doc Rivers, like yo, like what's good? Like, what was good with that?
Like I mean, there's a whole bunch of what ifs. Like Jason Kidd had an opportunity to go play. Like had an opportunity to go play with the Spurs.
Was that it? Yeah, he almost did join the Spurs.
He almost joined
Jason Kidd.
Yeah. This was before Tony Parker had like became that where he was like cemented as that dude.
Right.
After he lost, after the Nets lost to the Spurs in the finals, Kidd could have went that summer. He was like right there too. He was gonna do it. It was like on some Kevin Durant.
What changed?
He said he's still aggressive.
Yeah, I was reading the story a couple of months ago.
Where'd he go after that? Then?
He stayed in New Jersey. He stayed in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he got
That would've been crazy.
Boy, Kidd.
That would've been crazy.
Boy, speaking of that, we on the Spurs side. What y'all think about Timmy? He assistant coach. He joined the assistant coaching staff for Pop, bro. That warms my heart, bro. I'm having to coach Timmy after Pop.
Come full circle.
That's dope.
Yeah, me and Eric were talking about before Rod got here. I believe like Timmy don't even have like technical fouls in his career. No. Besides one time.
No, the one time he got ejected was for that debacle.
Yeah, no, Joe. Yeah, he was clowning. He was putting clown emojis on Joe Crawford.
He was doing ridiculous, all type of technical fouls he was throwing out.
I still know. After that, how is Joe Crawford still allowed to be a ref after that?
I was telling. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got suspended for that, didn't he? Like I know they punished him for that.
I don't know the background.
Cause like, he straight throw
I didn't
him.
know he was wilding, man.
Right. So
he would call him whistling it was like 5 plays. That's why he was laughing. Like, yo, what you doing? He would call like ridiculous plays, fouls, and technicals and stuff. I
hope this goes well for Timmy, just because, like, a player after he retired, you start messing up afterwards. Like kind of like Magic Johnson, like you ruin your whole like reputation. Like you look crazy. And Timmy, his whole resume is like perfect up to this point.
I think he had a most perfect career.
Yeah, perfect career. That's what I'm saying. I hope you don't become a coach and like be like a clown, because Magic wasn't a great coach either. Magic Johnson coached LA, and then the executive debacle. So like, we get Timmy, and they got like a 26-win season if he become head coach one day.
But I mean, but the thing is, when superstars become coaches, they typically have a problem with that. They typically struggle anyway.
The best coach is trash player.
Because you got to think about it when because you have to realize, as a superstar, you pick up things in regards to basketball quicker than the normal player.
Right.
So you're trying to get you're trying to keep these people up to speed, and it's not working because you're on different.
Is a trash player.
Like, could you imagine Kobe as a coach getting frustrated with young
No, he'd
players?
be getting mad. He'd be mad frustrated.
If you're not in the gym at like 2 a.m., he mad as hell at y'all. Like, let's go.
I swear, he'd be the worst coach ever. Like Coach Carter on steroids.
You have to have patience. You have to have patience, and
Yeah, nah. Kobe would have no patience. He'd be like, "How the hell you ain't see that out there?"
So you didn't read the book on sharks yet? Crazy.
Yeah, Kobe's methods were so different than any other player. If in terms of what he studied and how he prepared, like y'all seen that one meme of him with D'Angelo Russell when D'Angelo Russell's like dancing on the sideline and zoom in on Kobe's face and he just like stone face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. But I'm sure there's been a good player out there that was a good coach. Sans Bill Russell. Bill Russell was a player coach.
But he was still playing.
We're not counting that.
Any error, he'd go out and fix it himself. He'd go out there like, let me show you how to do this.
It's like I'm subbing myself in. What y'all doing out here?
I wonder if that's even allowed by rule anymore. Like if a player could be a coach.
No.
Like I wonder. Yeah, that's probably our rule. So that's amazing. We're not going to discount that because of the era. You think about how hard it is to be the coach and the player, like
the fact you can go in there and change. That's not happening.
I'm saying the amount of respect you got to command to be the player and the coach.
I respect it, but I can put it in like the Phil Jacksons because Phil Jackson was a trash player, but he was a hell of a coach.
Right.
I don't know. If
he still got a ring though.
I don't know if
as a player.
But
with the Willis ring, he did.
Doc was trash, but he was a great coach. So,
damn, who was a superstar player that made a good coach then?
Because Isaiah Thomas was trash.
Yeah, I read some horror stories about his time with the Knicks. I read some super horror stories about his time in New York, bro.
It was trash, man.
Damn, you're right. All the good players.
New York has been the dark ages for so long.
Like what Ron said, when you trash player, you see the game a little different because it takes a lot of time. When you start player, you can just
Damn, what? Yeah, y'all right. I don't.
It's because I'm telling you, when those superstars, they pick it up instinctually, and then they're like, "What the heck are y'all doing out here?"
Michael Jordan hasn't made a good executive.
It's horrible.
Yeah, as far as we know, like I don't know who pulling the strings really over there, but wow, yeah, no, I can't think of a great player.
That was a great coach. Is Don Nelson?
He played, didn't he?
They played, but I don't know how good.
Because I can just think. Because Jason Kidd was okay, but I mean,
yeah, Kidd people didn't like Kidd by the time.
But like he.
What about Pat Riley? Was he a good player? College player?
He was like, he wasn't a superstar. I'm talking about like straight up. Like,
but he coached primetime talent.
Yeah, Jerry West was no coach.
West, I don't know if he stuck his hand in coaching. He's a hell of an
executive. He's one of the best executives ever.
Yeah. Like,
he's had a hand in everything. He traded for Kobe, signed Shaq.
Yeah, I got him right there. And after him, I got the one from Spurs, Buford.
He was never a player.
He's a GM.
But he's the one that was finding them second round picks.
Yeah, it's no player that was.
I mean, maybe the comments.
Jerry West was an assistant coach during the Showtime. So.
You know what's funny about your conversation with the executives? Y'all remember when Rob Hennigan was known as like a god, right? Back in OKC days, before he came to Orlando.
Now it's fire Hennigan.
Yeah, that man was a god in OKC.
Well, he was assistant or something to
in the OKC.
Yeah. He was behind Adam. I'm not Adam.
Something like that. He had a hand in
because as a Magic fan, what pissed me off was how he traded Oladipo and Sabonis for Ibaka, and now you realize that. Oladipo and Sabonis turned to Paul George, and Paul George just turned into a treasure trove of pigs. So,
what reason did he give y'all when he did that? Because he traded prime like young talent for Ibaka.
Well, to my understanding, I think he traded Ibaka so he had delusional mind to persuade KD to come here.
Nah.
What other reason you get Ibaka?
I'm saying you couldn't possibly think as a member of the
Why do you get Ibaka for?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's the only thing I come up with.
But you don't think KD coming to Orlando? Like for what? What do you want?
I'm saying that's the only thing.
He's trying to rationalize the situation. I was pissed off.
Because
we all know Ibaka ain't gonna stay here.
Yeah, because that's the weird part. Like Ibaka's like a piece for a championship team. So like to bring him to a team like Orlando that was young.
I was about to buy Oladipo jersey, and then they traded him. I was like, "What's good out here?"
Orlando Depot shirts. I thought he gonna be the cornerstone.
Yeah, he could have been, obviously. Damn.
So, I mean, granted, Magic are horrible at player development, so we don't know that.
I'm assuming Oladipo was Terrence Ross eventually, right?
What'd you say?
Terrence Ross was eventually the last. Terrence Ross for Oladipo, essentially.
Damn, bro. Yes, that's why I asked him, like, what reason.
I'm saying KD. What? I can't think of nothing else.
Man, thought KD was gonna come.
And he the same GM that showed up the trading board. Darius Sargent for Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, some stupid.
Did you support that move back in the day when y'all traded Courtney Lee and brought in Vince Carter? So were you happy about that? Because Vince was still with the Nets when y'all traded for him.
Yeah, because my thing was that, like, we got there, so it was always the first thought is kind of running back. But then
and this is after the championship.
Yeah, after they lost to the Lakers, they got Vince.
Because you also had to realize that at this point I was still salty about a number of things that the Magic did wrong in the finals.
You know why they got recorded?
Yeah, because of layup.
They had them 2 layups.
What was the other one?
Early in that quarter, he missed another money.
And I was pissed because they had started Jameer Nelson when he had missed the whole year being injured. When he spent the whole year being injured.
Yeah, they just threw him in there.
And he was getting cooked. So granted, like, I was still salty about things. So, like, I was hoping that if Vince Carter was, like, to the level he had been in New York, then it could have been a good move, but he had been, as we saw, he was declining. So
he was declining for so long, bro.
Wait, who was?
Vince,
yeah. It took a while. Crazy. It was a slow descent. The Courtney Lee layup is not 2010s, but that is like a buried in history. It's like only Orlando.
He was a rookie, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a rookie. But
they're like, yo, you gotta leave, bro. You gotta go.
Yeah, Courtney Lee. Damn, because that was an uncontested layup too. Well. Yeah, it was kind of uncontested. I remember Gasol. It was actually a basket interference that they didn't call too.
He had a face mask on.
Who? Courtney Lee. Yeah.
Maybe that. I don't know.
But as a Magic fan, you kind of expect these kind of debacles to happen between Nick Anderson's free throws, missed layups.
Yeah, y'all got stuff. It's a cursed franchise.
There's some bad luck in the finals.
Because they believe if they would have won that game, it would have changed.
Because always like if winning a game changes everything, that's why when
I'm thinking Magic was the favorites that year, and back in '94 or '5 they went. Mm-hmm. But after that Nick Anderson, they're like, "Yo, we got this."
Air got sucked out the room.
I heard after that he didn't want to hit.
Oh yeah, his free throw percentage was like garbage.
That shit shook his whole confidence.
Yeah, man, he was like, "No, you take the technical shot." It's crazy.
I think that's probably a myth. That's up there with that Muggsy Bogues saying. They say Michael Jordan like shot his confidence by calling him a midget or some shit like that.
He was 5'3".
That's crazy.
It going I don't know, but yeah, it's no great quarterback, great coaches are great players. Mm-hmm. Vince Carter was good for 3 years.
No, that's some bullshit. Vince was good for the day he came in.
The fact that you can't recall a moment is strange to me.
A moment? What do you mean?
Like this, when he was good, like Matt, I can't think. Only can think of dunking. That's it.
I mean, that's what he's most known for.
But I got a couple of T-Mac moments I can call right now. I can't remember.
Yeah, T-Mac was a better offensive player. There's no.
But I can call Ben Wallace blocks.
That's what he's known for. Just like Vince Dunks. That's what he's known for.
I don't know.
Hey, let's go back to the 2010s conversation real quick. I was thinking of this while y'all were talking. Ranking, because I did a video on this. I don't even remember what order I put them in though. But like the actual title teams themselves. So like we know. So for instance, so that's what I'm saying. For instance, we know that 1 and 2 would be like the 2017 Warriors and the 2018 Warriors. I'm talking about that the teams that won the championship. Okay. Ranking them from like best to worst. Because I think the 2 Warriors teams, just based off of talent alone, probably go 1 and 2. But then some people.
Ranking all the best?
Yeah, like the best teams.
Yeah.
Would y'all?
Matter of fact, they might be 1.
Those were cheat. Like, it wasn't fair.
So neither one of y'all, because I did see some people in the comment section of that video maybe arguing the 2014 Spurs over one of them.
No.
Nope.
Nah. Because I didn't either. Like, the 2014 Spurs are one of those like amazing teams that I think like. Not that we remember them as better than they were, but like when you start trying to say they were better than like the 2018 or 17 Warriors, it's like I think that's a little bit. I think that's a little bit loony. But anyways, yeah, I think 1 and 2, 1A or even 1A and 1B.
Well, you can put 1 and 2 both of those years.
Who was the worst title team of the 2010s?
Worst title team, yeah, have to be the Pistons.
Huh?
Pistons.
No, of the 2010s.
I'm tripping. So, hey, I didn't mean that Detroit.
You say about 04, yeah.
They weren't even the worst. They weren't even the worst of 2000s. 04 Pistons. You had the they're not better than any of the first Laker teams.
Not better than Spurs teams, in my opinion.
They might have been better than the 03 Spurs. Because the 03 Spurs, that was when Timmy had like. I'm
That's
pretty
MVP, Timmy?
Yeah, Timmy put him on his back. Like, yes, he had a weird looking roster that year.
All right, okay. The 2010's the worst championship probably going to be the Raptors.
Yeah, I came up with the same. That's who you got. Yeah, looking back at it, because when I did that ranking, I think I had the Raptors at 9. I had put the
That's for recalling. What are the? Can you list them?
All the teams that won.
Okay, yeah, I got that easy. So 10 was the Lakers, Kobe Gasol.
Right.
11 Mavs, 12 Thunder, 13 and 14. No.
Well,
My bad.
Thunder didn't win.
For some reason, I always think about the Thunder with 2012.
Right.
So 12 and 13 Heat, 14 Spurs, 15 Warriors, 16 Cavs, 17, 18 Warriors, 19 Raptors. Those are your teams.
Is that the Raptors or
the 2015 Warriors?
Yeah, is that those two teams?
Yeah. And out of those two teams, I would probably pick the 2015 Warriors. I don't know. I think in the video I put 2015 Warriors last, but that's because I was disrespecting them so hard for that championship against the Cavaliers.
Right.
But yeah, I was going off.
I got a question. Were Curry and Clay like were they stars in 2015?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
not
definitely.
of course Curry, but Clay was he the legit number 2?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like Kobe and Gasol superstar duo type stuff, but it was like those are two like that's
First
crazy.
of all, Gasol wasn't a superstar.
Huh?
Gasol wasn't a superstar.
Gasol wasn't a superstar.
He wasn't a superstar. No.
Damn, he wasn't.
He was an all-star, not a superstar. That's kind of strong. Well, anyways, going back.
Wait, no, because that's part of the 2010s.
You think he was a superstar?
So this is where people get into that conversation of like superstar versus all-star. Damn, Gasol was like what? What was he in the power forwards? Like Dirk and Timmy were in front of him. After that, it gets kind of ambiguous to who would go in front of Gasol.
Well, we can't. If you go by position, of course, everybody look a little better than.
Nah, it's like,
it depleted Parby's position at the time. I don't know.
It's just that the only thing with Gasol is that he had a stereotype before he got to the Lakers of being soft. That's about the only thing.
I'm saying he was a great player. Of course, I love it.
So you thought?
Well, I don't think he was a superstar.
You thought Bosh was a superstar, right? For Miami, Bosh. Yeah, cool. We had this conversation. Yep.
Okay, listen, I don't watch Raptors games. I don't know.
But you remember Bosh before
he was a legit big three.
What do you think, Ron? You think Gasol was a superstar?
A superstar is strong.
I think superstar is kind of a strong word.
Yeah, see, this is what got difficult, even in my time making videos, is that like superstar. I don't know. I feel like the criteria.
I think people have different criteria for what a superstar is in their head.
Yeah, because like some people argue like, oh, there's only like 5 superstars in the league, and
was Gasol a franchise player where you could build a team around him to win? Like,
I mean, in Memphis,
they tried to.
They didn't really give him much in Memphis to go off of, but like,
yeah, all I had was like Mike Miller.
That's the thing. Okay, check it out. You don't have to be a franchise player to build that you can build around.
How about not? What I'm saying, superstar. What separates superstar from regular star then?
It's weird. This is why it's such a hard conversation because it's one of those things that you just know it when you see it. Like I know you can't tell me. Like there's people out there that are trying to argue Westbrook not a superstar. That's stupid.
He has
flaws,
ridiculous.
but Westbrook is a superstar player.
Right.
See, it's one of those things you just know when you see it. So Westbrook superstar player, KD superstar, Curry superstar, Braun superstar, AD superstar, Harden superstar, Giannis superstar.
Superstar, you must have numbers. You must have popularity. You got to be one of the biggest names.
No.
Yes, you can't be a superstar not popular.
Well, okay, because I'm saying Kawhi was a superstar before he was popular.
He was.
What year Kawhi? What year you talking?
Kawhi to me was a superstar in like I would say 17.
Okay, Duncan was quiet, but we all know he was a superstar.
That's what I'm saying.
Popular. Duncan was popular. We just didn't like him because he was so boring. But he was a popular.
Okay,
player.
yeah, popularity is a thing that generally comes with it.
Yeah, I don't think Paul Gasol had that type of like cachet that could consider a superstar. I don't know his numbers.
Right. I mean, I guess see what you mean.
He's probably a star, but maybe he's caught up in the wording.
Was
Blake
Blake Griffin ever a superstar? player. When back in the time when he was like really killing it in LA and with the Clippers, the time with Chris Paul, was he ever a superstar?
Yeah, I give it to him.
Okay, if Blake was a superstar, Powell was a superstar. If Blake was a superstar, so was Powell at a point in his career.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I don't know. I feel like people try to sell whether Gasol's a superstar or not. I feel like people try to sell him short.
I'm not hung on his talent in the world. When I think superstar, I think of certain type of players. I don't see him.
Right.
You know, he was a great great player. I don't want superstar is.
Because the thing is, when you say superstar, I start like trying to like directly compare him to Kobe, and that's not like.
Well,
it's
yeah,
not.
It's not. Right. I mean, it's levels to this shit.
Right. So going back to so Clay was legit number 2. Like, okay, it wasn't like.
Let me say, Clay got better after 2015. Obviously, that wasn't like, but I'm saying he was a legitimate like star guy there. They were a legitimate star backcourt, if that's what you're asking, in 2015. Right. But he wasn't like, but it wasn't
was
like
Draymond. I can't remember that.
Draymond got better like 16.
Right.
Because wasn't that the year that David Lee got hurt? So Draymond started to emerge in the lineup.
Yeah, they let Draymond like start that year, I believe, because of David Lee being hurt.
So, yeah, that was like Draymond's first year, like really being out there.
Okay. Do you believe that Warrior team was better than this Raptors team?
That's where I got caught up in ranking.
Because they have a better that Warriors team had a better bench than.
Because that Warriors team that wasn't a joke. That was a 67 win team. That was like it was when they got to the playoffs where they started to look shaky. Where they started to get tested by teams you didn't think they'd be tested by.
They had Livingston.
They had Livingston. They had
everybody.
Barbosa.
Yeah, they had Barbosa.
Iguodala. Yeah, they had Ezeli.
I'm saying, was that team better than the Raptors?
If I had to choose them straight, I mean, damn, I would probably, now looking back at it, I would probably take the Warriors over the Raptors 2019. Thing is, when I did that ranking, it was like their actual championship that they won. It wasn't them as teams. That was the difference.
You did this last year?
No, I did this like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
When I did the ranking, I did it based off of like the championships that they won. You know, I didn't do it based off of like the actual like teams by themselves. Yeah, because the Warriors, just because, you know, they went there and they got challenged by LeBron by himself, that was still a real good team, though. You don't win 67 on accident and, you know, make it to the finals still in the West on accident. You don't do that shit on accident.
It'll show you how great LeBron was.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And that team that was good defensively. They didn't have anybody. They didn't have like superstar help for him, the Cavaliers, but like, they still had good defense.
So you got Clay and Curry over here. You got Siakam and Kawhi Leonard. I guess it's more about who else on that team besides those two.
Right. So, anyways, yeah, towards the back is those two, one way or the other.
Right.
2015 Warriors, 19 Raptors is towards the back.
So, who you have after the two Warrior teams?
After the two Warrior teams, I'm going 14 Spurs. I think they're better than, I think they're better than the other title teams. Because, again, the 2016 Cavs, like, I always say, when that series, before
they're better
people...
than 2012 Heat?
Huh?
2012 Heat?
The 2014 Spurs? Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, better than 2012 Heat. I mean, they beat the 2014 Heat, which were Dwayne Wade slowed down a little bit by then.
Yeah.
Thing is, I don't want to overrate the 2014 Spurs, but like that was a hell of a team, though. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was a crazy team. That was like probably the best team. That was the best team basketball of the decade.
Yeah, you can't really deny that.
There's a team y'all think is better that deserves a 3 spot more? Y'all want to put the 16 Cavs there or something above the? No.
I just thought like maybe the 2013 Heat.
I put the 13 Heat after them. That's where I put them.
Right.
You could debate it. I mean, hell, you could argue. 2013 Heat was crazy.
Man, you do your research. The reason why you did this.
No, it's cool. Like I'm saying, like.
But yeah, so you have the two Warriors, and then 2014 Spurs, then the 2013 Heat. Who your fifth was?
I'm pretty sure I probably did.
Well, where you put the Mavs?
That list was
to be
different.
honest, Mavs.
I'm putting the Cavaliers. If you're looking at the actual like the better teams, like I think Cavaliers probably come after 13 Heat because the
Mavs like
they were a good deep team with a superstar, but some of these guys had like Kyrie and LeBron on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you took it like straight up, just say like have 16 Cavs play the 11 Mavericks. Like I got 16 Cavs
because LeBron's not going to choke like that.
Yeah, that's a different LeBron. Like
Dirk still ain't gonna defend. So
yeah, that's a different LeBron James. In 2011 and 2016, that's worlds of difference. Okay,
that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. But no one beat those two Warriors. I don't give a
Absolutely not. Absolutely, especially not 2017.
The keeper, the G. If you extended the for 20 years, Warriors should probably be number 1.
So that involves like the Lakers and everybody, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm dead set on the Warriors being better than like everybody in history.
Yeah.
Like I'm dead set on that.
Right.
From the fit and talent and everything.
Yeah. KD just changes everything, dog.
Absolutely. Only thing that becomes interesting is like if you have the 17 Warriors play like the 01 Lakers. Obviously, it's like different styles. So
it's just like someone
who's guarding Shaq, stuff like that.
Yeah, but then it's like who's Shaq guarding?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like Shaq gonna be running that shit. They gonna play small then.
No, you can put Shaq on Draymond.
You know, no, but okay,
Draymond can't shoot.
I'm sorry, okay, but in 2017, Draymond was not a horrible shooter though.
This year, his field goal percentage was wild this year.
Yeah, you come to I don't know what happened this year.
But like, he could at least hit a shot.
Got too many books in that bag.
Yeah. I don't know what happened this year, but like back in 2017, it wasn't like play him in the free throw line, like stand back. It wasn't like that.
You right. And plus, one team playing by 2, other playing by 3s.
Yeah.
So you can let Shaq eat all day, but fam, they hitting 3s on you.
And also, you got Derek Fisher guarding Curry.
Because the argument of like what team, Derek Fisher,
Rick Fox guarded Clay.
You're not gonna convince me the Lakers got a defender for KD when Kobe said that's the one guy he never figured out how to guard.
Exactly.
Kobe straight up said that shit after he retired.
Yeah. So it's they play.
But I mean, that argument of like who's gonna guard Shaq, fam, whoever guarded Shaq besides Hakeem, whoever guarded Shaq ever.
Right.
They still lost in 04. I thought Shaq had amazing numbers. They still lost.
Right.
Nobody could ever. Yeah, there's one guy.
But you can rank 04 because there's some internal issues going on.
Yeah, there was other stuff going on, but like, fam, they got there. There was like Karl Malone got hurt. That did. That was a detractor there. But like.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
That is.
But yeah, we all said the KD Warriors team is the greatest assembled team.
Absolutely.
Even you put against the Bulls.
Yeah. I want the Warriors. I'm sorry.
I think that's most the best matchup. I like how I don't see that. I think it'll be 7 games.
Yeah.
But I still come on, man.
Yeah, when you start comparing across eras, it's different because Bulls build differently too. Like you start looking at some of the Bulls roster, like some of the faces get kind of.
I'm talking about '96. I ain't talking about the Brian Armstrong and
BJ Armstrong. Yeah.
What his name is? I ain't talking about him.
Yeah. Yeah, it started looking kind of crazy. Yeah, that shit. We basically had an hour now. We ran up an hour pretty quick.
Hey, we talk about basketball. That's crazy.
Yeah, for now we
didn't even talk about none of the other stuff.
Yeah, no. Today we had other topics because we thought we were going to need them. When I put out the questionnaire, I asked y'all to ask us questions non-related to basketball. But today we just got carried away. So I guess I'm gonna save them topics for another week. It'll probably be even harder next week. Who knows? Because we done use some of these topics.
Right.
Yeah, we also had the camera set up, but like low key, like we're probably not gonna use that footage today.
Yeah, I think the camera stopped a while ago.
Yeah, the camera stopped in the first 20 minutes, so I doubt that's gonna work today. Yeah, no, I didn't. I wasn't a fan of that setup. Yeah. So next week on the podcast, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I will put the questionnaire out, and you can ask questions not related to basketball because we were gonna do that. Yeah, we were gonna do that this time. And yeah, we'll see y'all next week. Y'all give an outro. I was reading my phone for a second. I got distracted. Y'all, Rod.
Yes, you can find me on all social media outlets at Silenciate IG, Silenciate Tweets, Silenciate Snap. You know.
You good, homie?
You sound like an R&B singer. Alright, and yeah, Rod.
Yeah, y'all have a good week. Peace out.
Alright, we'll see y'all in the next one.